So next, the National Union of Journalists of Ukraine recorded 60 physical attacks on journalists so far this year. Today, the Verkhovna Rada Committee on the Freedom of Speech has held a special parliamentary hearing to address this situation. And I'm pleased to say our correspondent, Yulia Bushko, attended the session. Hello, Yulia. Thanks for joining us. So what is being done to protect these journalists, and what else was discussed today?
Hello, Tom. Kyiv, Odesa and Dnipropetrovsk are regions that top list of attacks on journalists now. Over the past 9 months, 60 cases have been registered with the national police and are being investigated. 12 cases are now in court. Monitoring by the National Union of Journalists suggests there are around 200 known cases of attacks since 2018. Let's listen more.
According
to our own analysis and the data by the National Police, of all criminal cases opened on attacks on journalists, only 10% reached the court. Cases where the perpetrators were actually convicted, you can count on the fingers of one hand.
During the parliamentary hearings, the participants spoke also about the safety of journalists who work in the occupied territories. In the last 5 years, experts have recorded more than 300 cases of pressure on journalists in the annexed Crimea. Let's listen more.
I appeal to the Prosecutor's Office of the Autonomous Republic of Crimea to continue all investigations and to open criminal proceedings so that those who committed human rights violations don't go unpunished and know they will be held responsible. We also urge the Cabinet to simplify the procedure foreign journalists must go through to enter Crimea.
The participants of hearings also discussed the issue of investigating crimes committed against journalists in the occupied territory. And let's listen.
In areas controlled by armed groups of self-proclaimed Donetsk People's Republic and Lugansk People's Republic, as well as the Autonomous Republic of Crimea and the city of Sevastopol, Ukraine, temporarily occupied by the Russian Federation, we have specific concerns about freedom of speech and freedom of the media, some of which are exemplified in the cases of Stanislav Aseev as well as Oleg Galaziuk, media workers who remain detained in the armed group area of Donetsk.
Another important issue discussed was informational security. The MPs offered to introduce new legislation about responsibility for journalists who use manipulations. That's all I have for now. Back to you, Tom.
Yulia, thank you very much for bringing us that update from outside the Verkhovna Rada. That was our correspondent, Yulia Bushko, reporting live, where the MPs discussed the freedom of speech and cases of attacks on journalists.